We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie K from the MTA. How's Stephanie sitting over there?
I am great. I just had some lunch a while back. I'm thinking something sweet. Do you like cheesecake?
I love cheesecake.
What's your favorite?
New York style cheesecake.
Oh, do you like to put things on top of it, like the cherries and the whipped cream?
Just one cherry with a little drizzle on top. Yeah, that's perfect. Not overly sweet, but just, you can't take away from the whole cheesecake goodness.
Yes. Well, you're in luck because we have somebody with us today that is, we consider the cheesecake lady. She's down at the farmer's market. Yeah, she does a great job. And she does something else, too, that's really, really impressive that we want to discover, too. And her name is Mercedes Kinnee. Hello, Mercedes, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Well, Mercedes had called because she wanted to get some transportation from MTA to take this group of girls that she's working with down to the Detroit Zoo. And unfortunately, we don't go out of Genesee County, so we couldn't help her out. But I was trying to find a way to get her down there. And she was also a Rotarian. And I was the president of the Genesee Valley Rotary, and they had lost their speaker for one day. So I said, Mercedes, could you go in and do that? And sure enough, she did. She impressed them so much with what she's doing that they gave her some different people gave her some money to try to help her get those kids down there.
Nice.
She's dealing with girls that are between the ages of 9 and 13. And Mercedes, what is the name of your group of the girls?
The name of the group is Table Etiquette and Manners for Girls.
I could use that. Table etiquette, yes, for sure. That's so important. So how long have you been doing this?
Well, this is my second year of doing Table Etiquette and Manners for Girls, and officially my second year. I did it for years before for St. Paul's Episcopal Church, and I did it for them for years. But they were adults that I worked with to get jobs and to educate them how to prepare to get a job. And now I'm using a very small form of teaching young ladies not only to make money by selling things, but also how to approach people and so that they may help them.
Well, I love that you're catching them at a young age because they learn more at a young age. They say you can learn a second language or how to play an instrument by the time you're 5 years old. They said that is the prime time. And you're dealing with kids that are between the ages of 9 and 13, all girls, correct?
All girls, all City of Flint girls, by the way.
Well, you said a lot of them, most of them are all from single parents, right?
All from single parents, all with the exception of one.
Okay. Well, this is wonderful. You're helping. How many girls do you think are in your group right now?
11 girls are currently in my group.
Wow.
And we actually were supposed to have stopped at 8, but there were other people that heard about us and wanted us to worked with their daughters and that lived in the city. And we were at the farmer's market on Saturday, and we are approached by moms that want their daughters involved with something like that because before they get to that age of, I'm not going to do it, I know everything, and they're not going to listen. That teenage years, we're trying to do that curving so that I can instill some other great things in them so that they can be much more pleasant to be around as well as learn more about how to present themselves.
Well, sure, they're our future. Yeah, it's the best investment ever. So do you meet just once a week and that's every Saturday at the farmer's market?
I meet once a week on Wednesday. The class is on Wednesday. On Saturday, we bring everything we make to the farmer's market so that we may sell the things at farmer's market.
So what do you make? What are some of the things that you make?
we make necklaces, earrings, bracelets. I purchase beautiful gloves and had all kinds of different things that I purchase for them. And what they do is they buy it from the girls' club and they take it down and sell it. If the profit part of it, they can keep for themselves.
Oh, nice.
The rest of the money goes into our club, and that's what we're saving up to take them to the Detroit Zoo in August.
Oh, that'll be a great trip. Like you said, some of these girls never get out of their little town at all. So
they never have gone. They've never been to a zoo. They've never been to a camp. They don't know anything about stepping stone. They don't know anything, and I decided, actually, we spoke about it early in the year about going to the zoo. Unbeknownst, it costs $24 a person. That's $244 for us to go down to the zoo. And that does include the food that they need to eat. That doesn't include transportation, since MTA can't take us there.
Oh, I know.
We have to actually rent a bus. And that's $175 for that one. Wow. And then the chaperone, that's $135 for us for the getting inside and eating. And the children, and I have a miscellaneous cost attached to that because there are rides that they have to pay for.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah.
So where do you get that money? It's got to come out of your pocket unless you can sell stuff.
No, I have taken from Peter to pay Paul, taken from Paul to pay Tom, and the other part is the sponsors. We're asking sponsors to be sponsors of 1 girl, 2 girls, 3 girls, of whatever. And the sponsors are $65 for each student, and you can sponsor 1, 2, or 3 girls, and they can send their donations to Table Etiquette and Manners, Post Office Box 349, Flint 48502.
So when you're with these girls on Wednesdays, you're teaching them how to make like different wares they can actually sell. But that's when you're also teaching them like not to put the elbows in the table and how to set a table, and you teach them all the
how to fold a napkin, how to set a table, how to walk with a book on top of your head. How and that's something you should remember, Stephanie, because we were taught to walk with a book on our head.
Right.
And the other part of it is also politeness.
Right. That's important.
Politeness and please, thank you. Asking questions that they didn't know. I was so surprised with things that they did not know. So it's like personal hygiene, speaking in an inside voice versus speaking with an outside voice. Salt and pepper actually married, so when you pass the salt and pepper, when you pass the salt, you pass the pepper. You never reach across you. You judge how put the tablespoons and forks go on by your thumb. You use your thumb at the edge of the table, and you measure that by your thumb, and your thumb tells you exactly where that spoon and knife and fork goes.
I think I need your class. Sounds like you know a lot. That's very helpful.
And there's so much where. And when you eat soup, you push it outward, you push the spoon outward and bring it back to yourself. It's all those things that people take for granted. And now, you don't reach across a person to give something to someone. You pass it around. So now when my students go out with their parents, they can tell the parents, oh, no, you're not supposed to do that. But then Mercedes would say that's wrong to do that.
Well, you're teaching the parents that way, too. The kids are teaching the parents. I love it.
We're teaching the parents as well as the students. McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Burger King actually taught them that fork, spoons, and a knife goes in a package. We use real utensils, real napkins, real tablecloths, real dishes, learning how to drink out of a teacup with a saucer. All of those things are so important, not only for what I'm teaching today, but for their livelihood tomorrow.
So if somebody's listening, they have a child, young girl, they want to get started with this, does it cost them anything? And if so, how can they get a hold of you to start?
They can get hold of me by going to small case Mercedes Kitchen at yahoo.com, Mercedes Kitchen, KITCHE at yahoo.com, 810-223-8454, 223-8454, or they can send me a letter at Table Etiquette and Manners.
So is there a cost to that? If they
That's for girls. Okay. No, there is. We don't charge anything, Stephanie, because they don't have the money to pay it. So There was no sense in me trying to charge something. Only thing we get is donations from people that believe in what I'm doing, believe in society, that I'm making a difference, and these children will be their future, and their grandkids will benefit from what I'm doing. This is not for just little black girls I'm teaching. This is for every little girl that is in this world to know that these little girls is going to be much better in being part of society than the ones that do not receive my help.
And they're teaching their parents, their friends, their own children, so it's going to be a snowball
effect. They're teaching everyone.
Yes.
Because they don't have grandparents any longer. Because grandparents is in their 40s now, honey.
I know. That's so true. Well, Mercedes, thank you so much for taking your time to come on with us and tell us about this wonderful program. So if we're going to be going to the farmers market.
Stephanie.
Yes, you're welcome. So if we'd like to come to the farmers market this Saturday, where can we find you girls?
You're going to find us out and at the outside, at the stalls on the outside of the building.
Okay.
Because we're only here for 4 Saturdays. And if it rains tomorrow, we're not going to be here because we don't want our things to get wet.
Well, sure.
And come the rain. And right now it's not raining, and I'm out trying to see exactly what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. But if the sun shines, we're out here from 9:30 in the morning to 2 p.m. because that's long enough for these young ladies, because they get very tired and very bored as well.
Well, I hope
if you like to give a donation, send it to Table Etiquette and Manners for Girls, Post Office Box 349, Flint 48502.
Well, Mercedes, thank you so much for what you're doing and taking your time to teach these young girls, because it's going to make a lifelong learning series for them as well. So
yes, it is.
Doing some good work, and I'll come out and get some cheesecake too next time we come.
Oh
to
yeah,
Farmers Market.
yum.
Yeah, he loves cheesecake.
Thank you so very much, both of you, and God bless. God bless you so much.
Thank you as well, Mercedes. Isn't that sweet, Jay?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if somebody else wants to come on, they're doing something great like that in the community. How can they be a guest?
All they got to do is just drop us an email at podcast@mtaflint.org.
And they can just listen every week to find out the wonderful things that we're doing, and they can be a guest as well. So thank you for listening. Keep listening, and do stay safe.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.